Good evening, ma'am. Thank you so much for a very wonderful and informative session.
Thank you so much, Sudhiti. I hope I would be informative, and if I can be useful to anybody, it would be more than good for me.
Yes.
Though my throat is a little bit not working, still I try to manage.
No, ma'am, you were excellent. I think our viewers loved it, and they have quite a few questions for you. So, with your permission, we can proceed with our question and answer round.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, the first question that our viewer has is that why is the matrimonial law in favor of the wife? Does the law equally apply to both women and men? So, yeah.
It is actually not a question, it is basically a debatable topic.
Right.
क्योंकि जनरली ये हर कोई पूछना चाहता है कि बेसिकली कि आप law favoring women or not. Of course, we cannot say that women favoring laws हैं, but yes, of course, we have not reached that stage today there where we can ask the woman without having any security. So right now we have not reached that state जहाँ पे हमें law favoring women are not required. So we still are moving towards that direction where we have a gender equality or we have a equal laws, but still we have not reached that stage today. But there are some judgments also which are coming regularly to the way that they are also protecting men's right. Like I told just in my session that there was a judgment of Supreme Court last year which says that there should not be an immediate arrest in 498A because of the misuse of 498A. So we cannot exactly say that there is a law only favoring women. There also there was a judgment which came in 2000. Just I said in my session, which came in 2018 on Benami Act. There was a huge. It was a judgment which was there in Manoj Arora versus Mamta Arora. जो वाल्मीकि मेहता जी ने दिया जिसमें कि ये बोला गया है कि अगर वुमेन के नाम पे भी जमीन ली गई है वाइफ के नाम पे यू हैव परचेज्ड अ प्रॉपर्टी बट यू हैव definite sources to show that the property was being purchased out of your own income and sources, then it cannot come under Benami transaction. You can claim your ownership.
Right.
You have been claimed to an. So ये तो men favoring है. There was a अगर आप इस judgment के बाद आप उसके वो पढ़ोगे views, so there was so much written on it that this is this bill is anti-women, this and that. So it is not that. The society has to take care and balance with both the things. But yes, I would again say we have not reached that place where women doesn't need security and women doesn't need their legal rights, remedies. So we have to work for that also.
Right. Okay. So the next question is, can a woman who is waived off her right of maintenance or alimony because she was at the time of divorce financially stable, can she claim that maintenance and alimony after the divorce has been granted and she loses her job and she's not financially stable but still continues to be unmarried?
Look. When it comes to mutual consent, you have to consider all the aspects, whether it's custody, whether it's alimony and everything. If you have taken all the aspects and you have counted on that particular aspects and you have given your statement on oath, so of course you cannot claim maintenance. But yes, I would say again, there are judgments which says that they are in favor of that also, that women can claim maintenance even after divorce, but not basically for mutual consent. Yeah, if she has got the one-sided divorce where she is not being granted maintenance, and then she can claim for it. But if it comes to mutual consent, then it is difficult. You cannot go in an appeal or you cannot go against the order where you have yourself signed it. Right. Your statement has been recorded. Court has asked you. You have been given time, 6 months time to think about it. So it's difficult.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. So one of the questions is, pre-litigation mediation a good idea for matrimonial disputes?
Very good. It's a very good idea. You can move to the courts of the mediation center of the Delhi High Court, which provides this opportunity that you can get the your case filed in the pre-litigation mediation center. The pre-litigation mediation center will file the will issue the notice to the other party and will try to mediate the parties, which they will be doing it after the case is filed.
Right.
So it's before you end up in uh, making losing your money in litigation in courts. So it's better you can approach the other side. And when it comes to lawyer, that ki lawyer कैसे कमाएगा? In other ways, if जो students are learning कि अगर हम पहले ही settle करा देंगे तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. Litigation mediations are paid mediations. Client has to pay your fees. Lawyers are allowed in the mediations. In fact, lawyers are being asked to come in the mediations क्योंकि बिना lawyer के matter is solve होते नहीं है.
Right.
So lawyers are requested to come in the mediations.
So
So
lawyers also
ऐसा
play a
नहीं
very,
कि
very important role in the pre-litigation mediation.
they have to. The mediators ask the lawyers to accompany their clients, and because every time small things have to be discussed, a client is more comfortable with the lawyer only.
Yes.
And even the mediators have their own restrictions. They cannot give their legal opinion.
Right.
They can only share the something which is have to be mutually or as a neutral party. So that is why lawyers are invited, and they are being uh, uh, necessity for these kinds of mediations.
Okay. Can a divorce be granted only on the ground that the couple is unable to conceive and have a child?
This is not a ground at all in our Hindu Marriage Act. This can be a ground because आप देखो कोई ऐसी problem जो उसके हाथ में नहीं है. This cannot be ground if you cannot be able, because there are some other methods also. You can get the baby through IVF. You have different modes. Not if you cannot have a baby naturally, you can with the artificial ways, with the medical ways. There are the science has been so much developing. So this cannot be ground for moving for a divorce. Yeah, not having, if you are depriving your partner for a sexual relationship, can be a ground.
Right.
It is a ground. There are judgments which have been speaking on this.
Right. Okay. In your opinion, would a lump sum money as maintenance be a better option as opposed to a monthly maintenance for a wife?
कोर्ट्स के पास तो वो ऑप्शन है जो आप मांगेंगे. कोर्ट से आप जो मांगेंगे आपको वही मिलेगा. अगर आपने रिलीफ मांगा कि मुझे साथ रहना है तो आपको साथ रहने का रिलीफ मिलेगा. अगर आपका मन करता है 2 महीने बाद कि नहीं मैंने साथ नहीं रहना, मैंने तो अलग रहना है, तो आपको अपनी पिटीशन विड्रॉ करनी पड़ेगी सेक्शन 9 की, एंड देन यू हैव टू अगेन फाइल पिटीशन फॉर डिवोर्स. इट्स नॉट दैट कि उसी पिटीशन में यू विल आस्क फॉर डिवोर्स. सो इट्स अ वेरी वेल सेटल्ड फैक्ट. Whatever you have asked, you will only get that only. So अगर आप मेंटली मेंटेनेंस मांग रहे हैं, इंटरिम मेंटेनेंस, मंथली मेंटेनेंस, तो कोर्ट आपको वो ग्रांट करेगी. अगर आप मेंटेनेंस की एप्लीकेशन नहीं लगा रहे इंटरिम, तो कोर्ट नहीं ग्रांट करेगी.
No, if
there was a case where I was arguing, the other party come up on the date. The counsel said कि मैम इनको तो mediation ही नहीं, इनको तो maintenance ही नहीं मिल रहा है, this and that. The other party is not paying maintenance. I was quiet in listening to the arguments of my learned friend counsel, the opposite side. I just said one word: kindly see their petition. They have not asked for it. What they are claiming now. She was asking for maintenance under section 24 of HMA for interim, but she has not moved any application. How can court can grant it? So अगर आप maintenance monthly मांगेंगे तो monthly मिलेगी, और अगर आप नहीं मांगेंगे तो कुछ नहीं मिलेगा. But then क्या better है किसी के लिए? तो of course अगर आप mutual कर रहे हैं तो obviously one time settlement is always better. I would advise you should never go with monthly. But अगर आप one time settlement नहीं कर रहे हैं, आप कोर्ट में लिटिगेशन कर रहे हैं, मेंटेनेंस मांग रहे हैं, तो ऑफ कोर्स मंथली हैज टू बी डन.
Okay. I think thank you. That's been as a lawyer, how do we deal with situation where one day a couple says we want to separate, and the other day they said okay we don't want to separate. I think you had answered this question in your in the previous question also, that they have an option of withdrawing the matter if they don't wish to proceed with the matter further. So I
See,
think
my one answer can give the answer to both the questions, and also in that they can also seek for judicial separation also. If the parties are confused कि भैया divorce ले नहीं ले या साथ रहे ना रहें, they can seek for judicial separation also in that case.
in fact
बाकी
sorry.
I would say कि ऐसे clients entertain करोगे तो थोड़ा सा patiently करना पड़ेगा.
Yes. In fact, one of our viewers also has a question whether as a client, should you advise judicial separation or divorce? Which one would you advise your client to do?
देखो, it totally depends upon the facts of the case. Every case have a unique facts. ठीक है, आप एक को किसी और पे लागू नहीं कर सकते. Of course, at times you have similar facts. वहाँ पे you can put the precedents, but it depends upon facts to facts कि किस facts में केस में क्या facts हैं. अगर वो facts ऐसे हैं कि बच्चे बड़े हो चुके हैं and woman is herself is well settled financially, then she can move for divorce. And if you think then already she is dependent upon the husband और थोड़ा सा difficult है अभी without family support, तो आप judicial separation के लिए भी जा सकते हैं. But totally depend कि आपके क्या facts हैं. ये total different provisions हैं हमारे, and they both provisions give the different reliefs to different clients. So totally depend upon their own individual problems. As a one word I cannot say कि भैया ये करो तो ज़्यादा better रहेगा.
Absolutely. So what are the challenges faced by lawyers in case one of the partners is an NRI? So how do you determine the jurisdiction in such cases?
Look, in these cases, if you read the Hindu Marriage Act and they have got married as per the Hindu Marriage Act, then there are jurisdictions, parameter for jurisdiction. One is that where the marriage has been solemnized. So where the marriage has been solemnized can be the place of filing of the case. Then second is where the parties have lastly resided together. So where they have lastly resided together can be a place of jurisdiction. And then the other ground or the provision for the jurisdiction is that where the girl, wife, specifically wife, the lady is residing presently.
Okay.
So these are the three parameters.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. The next question is that one of the question was that why can't an application under section 156(3) be filed instead of filing a writ? In terms of, I don't know in what context was this question
I think they must be asking that आप 156(3) फाइल कर सकते हैं अगर कोई आपका बच्चा मिसिंग लेके. Of course, you can. That is an independent proceedings.
Okay.
It's not that. देखो मैंने क्या कहा, हर चीज अलग रिलीफ देती है. ठीक है, अगर आप सोचो 156 में मुझे ऑर्डर्स मिल जाए कि उसे ढूंढ के निकालो, तो जरूरी नहीं है. जो हेबियस कॉर्पस रिट में आपको डायरेक्शंस पास होंगे वो जरूरी उसमें पास हो. ठीक है, सो एवरी एक्ट, एवरी लॉ गिव्स अ डिफरेंट इंडिपेंडेंट प्रोसीडिंग्स विद अ डिफरेंट एंड इंडिपेंडेंट रिलीफ्स. राइट, डीवी में आप रेजिडेंस क्लेम कर सकते हो, 125 में आप क्लेम करोगे बट अंडर द रूफ ऑफ मेंटेनेंस, नॉट अ स्पेसिफिक प्रोविजन ऑफ रेजिडेंस.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah.
There is no specific provisions of residence under 125. Only a living expenses can be claimed, maintenance can be claimed, total counting, but not a separate residence. You cannot ask for separate accommodation in it.
Okay.
So these are the मतलब मेरा ये कहने का मतलब है कि आप अगर किसी भी एक लॉ में जाते हैं तो उसके पास उसके साथ साथ आपको दूसरे लॉ में भी प्रोविजंस है उस रेमेडी को अवेल करने का. सब में हर चीज सब में, अदरवाइज हमने इतने लॉज बने नहीं होते. अगर हम एक ही लॉ में सब चीजें मिल जाए अगर हमें, इवन आप अगर प्रेयर भी सेपरेट नहीं लिखेंगे, इफ यू विल नॉट आस्क फॉर इट, इफ यू विल नॉट पुट प्रेयर्स, देन आल्सो यू कैन नॉट बी claiming reliefs. You have to ask in prayers. If you have left something, you cannot claim it.
Right. Okay. So in case a false 498A has been filed against the husband, So does the husband first prove the case false before filing a civil or criminal defamation, or how does he go about it?
No, first, if the case has already been, if the has already been decided, if he has been convicted, acquitted, or if he has not been sentenced and the case has been decided against him, or sorry, in favoring of him, then in that case, he can move for defamation.
Okay.
Definitely. And even meanwhile also, अगर आप उसके पास वो evidence है कि defamation has taken place, so in meanwhile also he can move. Nobody is stopping you to file cases. Even matrimonial में तो इतना cases file होता है parties के बीच में कि वो पूरी भूल जाते हैं कि कौन सी किसकी कौन सी date है.
Right. How does one deal with the restitution of conjugal right notice?
Notice.
Yeah. Restitution of conjugal right notice for yeah.
They have to approach to the court and they have to make their statement that whether they have to live together or not. If they are not ready to live together, court will ask you, then you have to contest the case.
Okay.
And you can seek for mediations. Generally, court refer the matters for mediations in these matrimonial cases because there have been directions passed by the superior courts on family courts that they have to send the matters on mediations and they will try to matter settled between the parties because I told you it's a family matters, it's a family dispute. So it's always good to get matters settled rather than litigating for years and years and spoiling the life of themselves also and the children also.
Absolutely. Yes. We have few more questions in the comment box. One is,
first tell me, you always have these many questions in every session or only I have been asked with?
Sorry, I lost you there. Sorry, what did you say, ma'am?
I'm saying first tell me, you have these many questions in every session or only I am the one who is answering all these questions?
I think that you explained all the topics really, really well. So I guess the viewers, we do have quite a few questions after every round, but I think it's
no problem.
after topic.
No problem. It's no problem. Ask me quickly.
What do we do when a woman filed a case for domestic violence and dowry, but does not want divorce? What are the consequences?
Nothing is a consequence. She'll be torturing more to the husband.
Yeah.
मैं डिवोर्स भी नहीं दूंगी, वो केसेस भी फाइल करूंगी. It's good. आज नहीं तो कल थका के when she will get a good offer, she might settle it.
Right. Yes.
But yes, consequences can be that the husband can go and file a divorce.
Right. So I think we left with last few questions. Can a decree of judicial separation be revoked by court only, or if the parties cohabit it, then can it be automatically revoked?
देखिए, आपने आपस में कुछ भी किया है और आप unless and until आप कोर्ट नहीं जा रहे हैं, तो who will prove that the relation has ever been happened? See, these are very personal things. If you have had a relation after the judicial separation and if the other party is not revoking, who will testify that the relation has happened also or not? There is no evidence of these. So we cannot say it will revoke automatically. Till the time nobody else is contesting it, if both are free with it, then you are okay with it. If the other party is challenging it for revoking that the decree has been revoked due to these reasons, then you have to contest it.
Yes. I think with that, we've really crossed our time limit. And thank you so much, ma'am, for patiently answering each and every question. And once again, I'd like to thank you on behalf of the virtual lawyers for taking out your valuable time and being with us this evening.
Thank you so much, and I am also thankful to you and your team, the virtual lawyer, the kind of session and kind of webinars they are arranging, and distinguished personalities are coming in these sessions and giving their views. Because look, every week this is a never learning process. We are learning till the last breath. So हो सकता है मेरे एक्सपीरियंस जो मैंने शेयर किए हैं वो इतने ज्यादा ना किसी को अच्छे लगे, या मे बी they will feel that we have some other remedy also, because there are my seniors also. I am also learning every day. So it is just that ki we have to learn from each other. Nobody can be full equipped with all the knowledge. So this is the way we will keep on learning. I also learned from some other sessions. Maybe somebody has learned from my session. So let us be doing this only. Thank you for inviting me,
Thank you, ma'am.
and we'll look. Thank you. Okay, dear. Let me. So shall I log out then?
Yes, ma'am. Can you please save the session and then log yourself out?
Yeah, and one thing more before I end this,
Yes.
that if anybody wants the judgments, they can follow me, and on my Insta page and Facebook page, they can send me message. I will try to answer individually as much as I can, and I will try to provide the list of these judgments also to the virtual lawyer, and you can provide to the viewers if they are seeking for it.
Yes.
Fine?
Thank you, ma'am. That'll be
Okay,
very, very
thank you.
helpful. Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.